So the Foundation for Alcohol Research and Education came out this week with a report suggesting that there was an enormous amount of advertising, unregulated advertising in the world of esports that is targeting children. But exactly what does that mean? And how is this advertising manifesting itself? Well, we have technology reporter Ariel Bogle from the ABC and Daniel Van Boom, news editor for the technology website CNET. Just lay out for me exactly what the report says.
The report essentially lays out that the technology that has enabled the esports phenomenon is outpacing the regulation within that phenomenon, specifically in regards to advertisements. So the report isn't necessarily saying that esports is harmful. They're saying that the advertisements that are prominent in esports are harmful to children. The background of the report is like this, cyber hacker imagery kind of thing. Like, it's very much like your children are at risk. But there are things in the report that I think have been sensationalized. For instance, specifically they talk about alcohol being targeted to children. But of the advertising material reviewed in the report, 60% was junk food, only 15% was alcohol. And they also said that the alcohol advertisements were significantly more effective on older groups.
It's like saying we advertised alcohol to underage kids and it turns out that they have real trouble buying the product, therefore it's an ineffective ad. Like, how do you calculate effectiveness of that sort of stuff?
They just noted that the advertising was working, essentially, that products were, because for instance, Red Bull was a big advertiser, like the gambling sites advertised, that there was an upswing in that in their audience that they interviewed. I particularly think it's a problem if you have one media area where advertising is not regulated and then is competing against all these other mediums like television, radio, etc.
Yeah, which are extremely regulated. Yeah,
it's definitely a problem, but let's just calm down a little bit, you know?
Chill out, everyone.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe for people that aren't gamers or watch a lot of esports, how does the advertising actually manifest? Like, where would you see an ad in esports?
It's pretty similar, I would say, to a sporting competition, AFL, NRL, whatever, because you can have the name of the arena be the Red Bull Arena. You can have the name of a junk food company on the, the jersey, the player jerseys. You can have pop-up ads in the live stream on Twitch, just like normal television. It's really that whole range. You might have brands on the equipment they're using, the computer screens or the chairs. Like, it can be anywhere. And when there are celebrities within the esports communities, the top players, they might have personal endorsement deals. They might talk about Coca-Cola or whatever else in their live streams. Just like typical advertising, it is on every surface that the advertising companies are allowed to put it. But I do agree, there is little regulation in this space. And I think as these companies have been pushed out of television and off of players' jerseys, especially the gambling companies and the junk food companies, they will go where they can.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah, and look,
why not in what they should, but just they will do exactly
very lax
what they're
libertarian
allowed to
take
do.
on this from Ariel Bogle. I mean, it is worth pointing out, if you're not familiar with it, esports it's rapidly becoming one of the largest entertainment industries in the world. I think it's about $500 million globally. I think there's $1 billion US in revenue, like from that whole industry. It is massive.
It's huge. I kind of stopped paying attention to statistics like a year ago just because they just got gradually and more insane to where you can just say like, all right, it's big. You know what I mean? I
should have put more effort into learning how to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I could have monetized it instead of this whole journalism palaver.
Yeah. But there are multiple tournaments each year where the winner will win $40-50 million. So it's definitely big business. The danger, and this is a fair thing, the report said, is there's kind of a bit of the Facebook, Google thing going on where they have your data. So not only are there a lot of people, firstly, people engage with games. People play games a lot and for long periods of time. So if they're advertising within games, for instance, you could then be exposed to advertising for like 3 hours a day, 5 days a week kind of thing. But then they've also got your data. They can target you better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not a problem particular to esports, I guess. This debate has been, this has been going on, in kids programs for forever, just like the ethics around advertising junk food in kids programs.
The size of esports has outstripped the knowledge and understanding of regulators, just like digital platforms did for a long time. As we saw even during the election, the types of rules that apply on broadcast media around political ads still do not apply to the likes of Facebook or Twitter.
Which is incredible.
Yes. So I think we also have to take into account the type of intimate relationship that people have with gaming celebrities or gamers, just like we've talked about influencers on Instagram before. What advertisers are always looking for is an authentic connection between the person who's spruiking their brand and the audience. And that's really healthy in esports at the moment, I would say. I don't know if you agree. So unlike getting Paul Hogan to spruik Red Bull, not that he's ever done that, or getting, some sort of
But
tie.
would watch if it happened.
Yeah, some sort of celebrity that is not doing it with genuine
they're getting
love
paid,
for the
yeah.
brand. When people do it in their Twitch stream, it can be so much subtler and feel way more natural when they start talking about their favourite name anything.
Gal Gadot, was it Huawei, where she got paid a bunch of money to advertise Huawei, and she was tweeting like, "Oh, I love my Huawei phone," and it was
From an
like sent
iPhone.
from iPhone. yeah.
Also, it's a time spent viewing thing. Like the amount of time you spend watching somebody on Twitch is just that much longer than what you spend scrolling past on Instagram, or like to compare it to other, high level influencer roles. Like that time spent viewing, hours and hours and hours of viewing there, that's got to be valuable as well.
And they must be doing it because it's working. They're not doing it for fun.
All right, there's lots more of this in the podcast. So download this show. All you need to do is go to a podcasting app and type in download this show. We'll be there. See ya.